this is a big morning, everybody. I mean, this is Pat. I was telling you, Roxanne, you know about it. I mean, they stopped trading on the markets already this morning. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're going to get into and talk just a little bit today about what happened over the weekend, which was the future markets absolutely cratering, crashing, and the oil markets. Oil futures are way down. Oil is way down. I mean, oil seems to be headed down towards about $20 a barrel. Last I looked, it was right around $25 a barrel, but things are moving so quickly right now, and the markets just opened at 9:30, and by 9:34 this morning, trading had been automatically stopped.
It's going back up since it was stopped. Since the point at which it was stopped, I see it going back up a little bit.
You see the numbers going up a little bit? Mm-hmm. Well, it was automatically stopped because it crashed so much. It was down. The S&P was down over 7%. I mean, think about that, 7%. And when that happens, the computers step in. The robot overlords step in and automatically stop trading, and they stop it for 15 minutes. And that's what they did this morning, and it went through about 9:49 a.m.
When's the last time that happened?
That's a good question, Pat George. I'm not sure. It's got to have been a while. It's got to have been a while because that's a pretty severe downward move. Dow was down 1,800 points. I don't know exactly what it is right now.
24,497.
That's what it's down?
No, it's not down that much. That's what it's at total.
All right. So anyway, big problems in the financial markets this morning already. The yield on the 10-year Treasury, here's a question I can answer for you, Pat George. The yield on the 10-year Treasury is down below 0.5% for 10 years. So you loan the federal government your money for 10 years, you get 0.5% a year on it. And that is the first time that it's ever gone that low.
Gold's around 1,700.
Is gold moving up? It should be.
Yeah,
one would think.
1,700.
Okay, so people are trying to find something to put their money into, and the money's flowing towards gold. Another company that's down big is Boeing. I mean, Boeing, is
not surprising.
Absolutely not. But, it isn't just because of their navigational equipment, which they've had a lot of problems with the MAX series.
That was bad enough.
Yeah, the 737 MAX. They don't even think they're going to have that issue all resolved until maybe late summer or sometime in the fall of this year when they could bring all of those back online. But now they've got an electrical wiring issue that the FAA has come across that now they're going to have to rewire all the electrical wiring in the MAX series of planes. So Boeing today is down like 10%. Last I checked, things are moving so fast it may be down significantly more than that.
I had a friend crying over the weekend that his stock's in Delta, down.
Mm-hmm.
No one's flying on planes.
Well, and that's kind of...
Vice President Pence just said to go ahead and continue to fly on planes if you are healthy.
Well, there you go. Keep flying on the planes. All this is coming out of the coronavirus fears that are circulating now, much like it seems like the virus is starting to circulate throughout our entire country. I did see Dr. Anthony Fauci over the weekend said that if you're elderly, and thought it was interesting because he didn't define what that means. What does it mean? What do you mean if you're elderly? Well, how do we, what age group are we talking about? He said, do not get on a cruise ship. Mm-hmm. And then I heard somebody else saying basically nobody should be getting on a cruise ship.
Only old people normally. Around majority
that's who
of them,
gets on the cruise ship. So you got to imagine the cruise industry is going to potentially be devastated by this situation. And certainly, you can't blame anybody for not wanting to get on a cruise ship because you see these cruise ships, if somebody gets coronavirus or gets on the ship with coronavirus, then, they get quarantined for long periods of time. What's going to happen to this, the Diamond Princess out off of California? I think it's the Diamond Princess. It may be a different princess.
It's called the Grand Princess.
The Grand Princess, okay, because Diamond Princess was out of Japan. But they have so many princesses in their fleet. That's the thing.
Not a lot of princes, but a lot of princesses.
You noticed that, huh? So the Grand Princess out off California is apparently going to dock in Oakland. They're going to offload the people and then put them under mandatory quarantine and ship them around to some different military bases for testing purposes. That's what's expected to happen pretty shortly here. So, you got to think nobody's going to want to be getting on a cruise ship in the near future because you just don't know what could happen. It could be, you think you're going for a 3-hour tour.
And you get a 3-week vacation.
And you get a and then you're under military quarantine at some military base, which, can't be. I'm going to guess that the service is not quite at the same level that you got used to on the cruise ship.
And they don't have buffet lines there for obvious reasons.
Do they have buffets? Do they have room service? They probably have room service. It's just,
Do you have all the MREs you want?
That's right. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.